The lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on and think
He missed the complete. He's crazy stuff.
Outside Freitas is on the grass on the infield floor. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
Last week, the drivers of the HPP Simulation Truck Series joined the Premier Racing League in hosting an all-star race, and it lived up to the hype. Now, after the all-star break, well, it's behind us and it's time to race. Race number 10 of this season at the 7/8 mile Iowa Speedway, and a pleasant good evening to you. Chris Gallo filling in for Samuel Ryman tonight. Tanner Sharp is with me in the booth. Of course, Joe Peak is the man with the master plan behind the scenes. And, of course, Dougie Beard, our good friend, is up there manning the cameras as always. And Tanner, last week, we had the week off in the HPP Simulation Truck Series, sort of. We had the all-star race, but Milwaukee was the last race. We had some fun there. Now we're here at Iowa, and Iowa's a very fun track. Talk to us about it.
Iowa is a very fun track, and it is, in my opinion, and technically it is, a sister track to the Richmond International Speedway. Iowa Speedway is a 7/8 mile racetrack located in Newton, Iowa, and the track was designed with influence from Rusty Wallace and patterned after the Richmond International Raceway, a short track where Rusty Wallace was very successful at, and a track that he loved, and I'm sure a bunch of sim racers loved as well. So, and it is one of the only few tracks in NASCAR on the NASCAR circuit that has safer barriers all around the outer wall on the racetrack. So these drivers are going to be trying to be fighting for that higher groove here tonight. I would reckon the way these guys are going to be driving on the bottom of the track, they're going to get tighter the longer they hang it out on there. But there's a lot of grip out there. 65 degrees air temperature, 65 degrees track temperature. It's a little windy out there, 13 miles an hour. It's mostly cloudy. Chance of some kind of virtual rain. There isn't really any virtual rain, but that's what the drivers would like to joke about here tonight. But although we should be okay for the remainder of the night. To get an idea about what Iowa Speedway, how to get around this little short track here, let's take a 2-hour lap guide here at Iowa.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Global Sim Racing Channel. I'm Brian Yazek. This is the GSRC Silverado at Iowa Speedway. Fun little 3/4 mile short track right in the heart of America. So down the front stretch for your hot lap, you're going to try to find the bottom right here. Let it float down. There's going to be a big bump right there in the middle of the corner. Let it drive straight off. Not to get back into the gas too quick, or the rear will try to meet the front of the truck. Down into turn 3 here. Find the yellow line a little bit, about half a lane off. Don't get back into the gas too quick, or the rear will try to jump around again, just as what happened to me. Iowa is going to allow guys to run all over the place. So you're going to see guys maybe take a little higher entry into this corner, maybe run that seam, maybe get off the corner a little straighter. There's a whole lot of options here, but in turns 3 and 4, the best line is going to be right up here next to that wall. Let it roll in, kind of diamond the middle of the corner, get back into the gas on exit, not too hard, and then out of turn 4, down the front stretch. And that's going to complete our track guide at Iowa Speedway. I'm Brian Yazek, and this was the Chevy Silverado.
Now, that might have been done during the daytime, but nothing's going to change when you get to the nighttime here at the Iowa Speedway. We're going to be down on the yellow line. We're going to be up against the wall. That's what this track provides when you have multiple degrees of banking from 12 to 13 all the way to 14 at the top. And, Tanner, that's what brings the show. We saw it last week in the All-Star race. That's what we're going to see tonight all over again is trucks all over the place.
Yeah, trucks will definitely be all over the place, and Iowa, ever since the Dynamic Tracks has released on the iRacing service, Iowa has become a multi-groove racetrack. It used to be everybody fighting down on the bottom side of the racetrack, but now it's kind of moved up towards the middle groove to higher line, and sometimes if you're on fresher tires and you have the ability to hold it on the bottom, you can make that bottom certainly stick without losing the truck. So look for these guys to try to fight for that bottom early on, but as the run goes on, look for them to try to get up to that middle groove higher line.
Now, if you haven't had a chance to be a part of the iRacing Online Championship HPP Simulation Truck Series, let's talk a little bit of how this works. It's a 25-race season, pretty much, with a chase involved. And right now, we're going into race number 10 out of the 16 regular season races. To get into the chase, 25 drivers. You have to be in the top 25, I should say, to get involved and then win a race or be in the top 12, and that advances into the chase, much like, obviously, the NASCAR format. And let's take a look at the points right now, how they are all set up, and you're going to see one name up at the top, and he has been almost perfect this year. Jordan Erickson. Talk about this. This is why he's the point leader. 2 wins, 6 top 5s, 6 top 10s. He's been consistent. As you see, though, a 3-point lead over Nicholas Cohan, your winner from Milwaukee 2 weeks ago. Austin Missler there in third. Robert Barney, Alan Young, your top 5. Brian Yazik, Jeffrey Belt, Jeffrey Gilliam, Sam Maxwell, and Norman Peltier to third is your top 10 in points as we go into this race. The other 2 drivers in the chase would be Jonathan Holstein and Gary Whitson. So those guys, that's your top 12 in points. Of course, you get a win in the top 25, then you're also in. So let's also count the names of Christopher Ginn and also Brody Hayes into the race as they have wins. So that's a quick look at the points as qualifying is underway about 5 minutes or so before the race. Tanner, keys tonight, okay? We got a track that has some wear on it. It's going to wear your tires out. 60% fuel. What do you expect to see?
Well, I expect these guys to get tighter as a run goes on, but the longer you try to drive that bottom line, the more the truck is actually going to snap loose on you because you're being so aggressive trying to keep up with the guy on the outside lane. So we'll see. Some guys will try to conserve their tires by getting in the gas, as slowly as possible without losing momentum. So we'll just have to see how well these guys are going to take care of those tires. I mean, it's crazy enough. This track is opened up back in 2006, so it's a little baby yet, in my opinion. So, I mean, but it's got its own characteristics compared to Richmond. And this track's a little more bumpier than what Richmond is. And so I do look forward to seeing these guys play a little conservative early on.
Well, and they got good practice last week when you had 75-lap runs with no changing your tires, so those guys are going to have a little bit of advantage tonight. But you're looking at a track here in Iowa, Newton, 30 miles east of Des Moines. Pretty much you're looking at summers where you have 80, 90, 100-degree weather. Winters where you have 0, 10, -10 degree snowstorms. That's what makes this track have its character. I mean, the big bumps you see turn 1, that's where the tunnel is. And then, of course, all the way around, that's what makes this track have the character that it has. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the race as we finish up qualifying here. Another 2.5 minutes to go. And Tanner, any people or any drivers that you're watching out tonight that maybe even ran last week, maybe didn't run last week, that you could see having a good run tonight?
Well, a driver that's been really close to a win and has had umpteen second-place finishes, but he's had this race on his calendar marked, and that is Brian Yazik in the number 15 truck. I mean, he's been so close to a win. He has yet to capture a win, and as of right now, he is sitting second on the qualifying grid as of right now. So, I mean, he may have a chance to go up Robert Barney tonight and challenge for that win.
Well, we'll have to see, how much Brian paid Tanner to say that. I'm just kidding, Brian. But no, in all seriousness, he's going to run well tonight. And as you mentioned, a close field that I was watching practice, most drivers within about a tenth or two throughout the top 15. So we are going to see what is expected to be a great show tonight here at the Iowa Speedway. As I mentioned, there's 16 races, and then the regular season ends, and then you get the drivers of the chase in the HPP Simulation Truck Series as we got racing coming up here in just about a minute or so. And let's take a look here of what it looks like is going to be the starting lineup, and it looks like right now Chris Ginn is what I'm seeing, or actually that's the wrong standings. Robert Barney is what I'm seeing as 22.676. Looks like will be the pole sitter. Brian Yazik, and again, they still got about 30 seconds left or so here before this ends, but Brian Yazik going to be second. Jordan Erickson, he will start inside of row number 2. Sam Maxwell will start 4th. Aaron Kleinhans will start inside row number 3 alongside Troy Haight. Lee Staples there inside row number 4. You see only about 2/10 off the pole, so at very close times here. Alan Young will start 8th. Austin Missler 9th. Michael Kroback, who had a good run in that All-Star race last week, will start 10th.
Yeah, Michael Kroback's going to be a driver tonight to definitely watch out for, too. I mean, I've seen him, I think it was last week, he started about the same spot he is starting in tonight, and he made his way up to the top 3 and challenged for that top spot. So look for him to be a front runner by the end of the night. Outside that top 10, you have Bryce Whitson, who's going to qualify 11th tonight. He might be a factor before this night's over. Travis McQueestion will start 12th tonight. Jeffrey Gilliam 13th. Jonathan Holstein will start 14th. Josh Tanner in the 15th position. David Gainforth, a new driver, I believe, to the series, will qualify in the 16th position. Edward Bray in 17th. Alec Marshall in 18th. William Hale will qualify in 19th. And Milt Matisse, the first driver who does not take a qualifying time, will start 20th.
Rounding out the rest of your field, 21st, Jason Matzel. Nick Cohan, that winner last week from Milwaukee, I should say 2 weeks ago. And I should also put in there was a 10-point penalty I happened to notice Nick Cohan received for aggressive driving back at Milwaukee. So that obviously should be noted. Chris Ginn will start 23rd. Curtis Aho, I believe, or Aho, I'm still working on that name. He'll start 24th. Stephen Retton will be 25th. Mark Mayers, 26th. Alex Bates, 27th. Jackie Palmore will be 28th. And last but certainly not least, Tim Knott in the 29th position. So that's going to round out your field for tonight's race. And we do got to give congratulations to our pole sitter for tonight's race, Robert Barney. He is going to be the recipient of the pole awards. Congratulations to Robert. That's a True Power Pole Award presented to Robert Barney with tonight's pole. So congratulations to him.
Keep an eye out for tonight as Nick Cohan starting in that 22nd position tonight. I have seen him start from the very back and win a race before, so I think he's going to be one of the drivers to deal with before this night is over as well. So I'm really looking forward to this race tonight. I know I've said a couple drivers to watch out for, but I'm telling you, those drivers, they know how to get it done.
Oh, a lot of drivers. I look at William Hale back there starting in the 19th position. He's going to be a guy to watch here this evening because I've definitely raced with him. He knows how to get around the track, and I know he's running pretty well when it comes to the Iowa Speedway. So he'll be one to watch also.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You got Austin Missler starting in 9th tonight. He's been a front runner actually the last couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Travis McQueestion's been trying to get his groove going, trying to at least get a wind under his belt. There's a couple drivers who I think will be front runners tonight. Some drivers in here I think they'll play conservative. We'll just have to see how playing conservative really pays off here. Iowa Speedway, it's a short track. There can be short track tempers, and as of right now, Nick Cohan's getting an EOL penalty. I believe that's for that penalty he had received 2 weeks ago. So he'll get an EOL penalty, but don't count him out just yet.
Absolutely not, and we have one to go. We'll get the green flag next time by. We appreciate everybody watching us tonight on the Global Sim Racing channel on YouTube, and of course you can give us a follow on Twitter, GSR channel. Make sure you give us a follow and talk about the race here this evening. And we got a fun one. 9 races down. If I do the math correctly, that means we have 7 races left before the start of the chase. In the HPP Simulation Truck Series, the pace car going to bring him down to turn 3. Robert Barney, Brian Yazek, Jordan Erickson, Sam Maxwell, Aaron Kleinhans going to lead him to green.
Yep, coming to the green flag. The True Power Pole Award goes to Robert Barney for tonight. These drivers are going to be coming off turn number 4. Pace car is in. When is Robert Barney getting out a loud pedal? There he goes. Green flag. We're racing at Iowa.
125 laps, and Barney gets a good jump on Brian Yazek. He's going to drive it down to turn 1, and right away, Jordan Erickson, he's going to stick his nose where the sun don't shine right to the inside there.
That outside lane's working off early for Brian Yazek. He just got a good run off turn number 2 over Jordan Erickson for the second place spot. Right now, he's really working that outside groove, and right now he's going to battle for the race lead.
Yeah, Yazek's going to dive underneath. Barney's going to get lap 1, but Yazek, he wants it, and he's going to take it, drives it in there. Barney's going to let him go, and a new leader already. Lead change number 1 to number 15 of Brian Yazek.
textbook pass by Brian Yazek entering turn 1 and 2, and he has the race lead headed down turn number 3 as he's trying to hold off Brian Yazek. Meanwhile, there is a battle, almost a battle for the 4th position, I believe.
Oh, a battle. This is a fight right here. Looking at the 4th place position is Sam Maxwell, Aaron Kleinhans battling there with also the 7s in there of Krobach.
Oh yeah, these guys are a little bit behind the top 4 cars, but it looked like the 62, or is that the 80? That's the 82, excuse me, maybe he got into the wall off turn number 2 a little bit, lost a little momentum up to Michael Krobach. He's side by side with that number 5 car of Lee Staples.
And Lee Staples looking to make the move. He's going to drive to the inside and take the position away. Right behind that, the 93 car being driven by Travis McQuiston. He had his struggles last week at Iowa. That Microsoft car there on the inside of the 00. Bryce Whitson there.
Yeah, Josh Tanner's right behind Travis McQuiston on the outside lane there. You have the 00. Oh, wow, almost cutting them off there. Oh, that was close.
Bryce with an elevator move, top to bottom.
Oh, these bumpers getting close, but no contact, which is a good thing on a short track, but sometimes it's okay to trade paint here.
At the same time, though, very early in the running, 125 laps. Save your tires. That's the main thing you want to do. Yes, you want to work your way from the back to the front as Tanner looks inside Whitson. Right in front of that, you see Haight under attack from McQuiston. He's going to take that position away, but you definitely want to save your tires out here because you go wearing them out by lap 10, you're going to be done. And as a matter of fact, we complete lap number 6. And William Hale, we mentioned him. How about he's up to the 15th position already as he started back towards the back of the pack.
Hale making some aggressive moves early, started 19th up to 15th, and right now he's trying to work on the number 61 truck of Jeffrey Gilliam. He goes towards the inside, almost a 3-wide situation there. Gilliam wisely backs out of it.
And that's what it's all about, give and take here early in the race. Let's check on Nick Cohan. He started in the back with the EOL penalty. Oh, unfortunately, still back there in the 27th position in this race. So Cohan with a lot of work to do that Iowa winner. Let's focus back up here. You see your leader, Brian Yazek, with the 0.3 of a second lead over Robert Barney, your pole sitter. Jordan Erickson, Sam Maxwell, Aaron Kleinhans. These are 5 guys just logging laps is basically what they're doing. And then you get back here to the 6th place battle. Michael Krobach is looking to attack Alan Young for 6th.
Yeah, Michael Krobach looks like he's a little faster on the exit of the corner than Alan Young. But Alan Young, I mean, he would like to have a good finish right here. Michael Krobach, nice run off turn number 2, side by side as they go down the backstretch, entering turn number 3.
Definitely a tough way to pass. That Highline's the better way to get around turn 3 and 4. Krobach's going to have to get there. If he can get to his door, he should be able to clear him here in turn number 1. But it looks like you see Young get that run, and then Krobach's going to be able to drive it down into 1 here, depending on the bumps. See him get a little loose there going in over the bumps and not able to clear him.
Yeah, using up that bottom lane a little early. So far, it's not really working off. But Michael Krobach, he's just a little faster. But trying to pass him is the key thing. As you can see, Alan Young goes low, Krobach high. Krobach will get a little bit of a run on the front stretch here.
How about 7th place? Let's jump right back behind that 8th place. Make that Lee Staples inside of the 93. Travis McQuiston. These guys fighting. I mentioned McQuiston a few weeks last week at the Iowa Speedway in the All-Star race. Unfortunately, he had everything, I think, but the pace car that evening, and just a tough run for him. But back out there tonight fighting and running in the 8th position there.
Other driver you kept an eye on too there, Chris, is that's William Hale. He, like you said, he is on the move early. Started 19th. He's already up to 12th. He's looking forward to getting the 11th position fairly soon here.
Yeah, Hale definitely doing a great job working his way through the field. You mentioned the 11th position. He started 19th. He's definitely been one of the big movers as Hale spins off 4.
Oh, no.
Bring a caution out. Nice job at a 61 to miss him, but Hale has gone around. And another car spinning. The 101, Mr. Bubble, Gainforth has gone around.
Oh!
And caution number 1 out on the speedway, lap number 13. Hale looked like he was in a battle with Whitson there in the 00. He's up in that high. Actually, he switches down to the bottom. You know what? He hit that seam, I think.
Yeah, it could have been the seam. I mean, usually the lower you go on as the tires wear, the more the truck is going to get loose. And riding on them seams don't really help either. I was wondering if we could ask our director here if we can get an onboard camera of Jeffrey Gilliam. that was a close call on Jeffrey's part.
Yeah, Gilliam did a great job missing him. First, you're seeing the 101 car, David Gainforth, the Mr. Bubblegum machine. As he goes into 3 and 4, as we got the leaders going on the pit road here, and I think he just loses the back enders. I don't know if he checked up. Maybe the back end came around when he saw the caution. That looks like one of those type of moves.
It might have. It definitely might have. So I don't see any apparent damage on that Mr. Bubbles machine. Jeffrey Gilliam. See if we can get an onboard camera of Jeffrey Gilliam, because he actually wasn't really prepared for the spin at first until he drifted towards the inside of the racetrack. It was really close.
Yeah, he did a great job missing that wreck.
That was a very good job. I would get some tires in that thing though, because you kind of maybe clip the grass just a little bit.
Oh, race on pit road. 2 tires for the 88. He's going to win the race easily on pit road. Whitson going to be second. The 84 going to come out third, and how about Yazik back to fourth? I think we have some 2-tire strategy in play here at the Iowa Speedway.
Yeah, the old 2-tire strategy, and I know Bryce Whitson can be pretty good on them 2 tires. And if I'm not mistaken here, I believe Nick Cohan and Jordan Erickson, Nick Cohan, I believe, did not pit.
No, Jordan Erickson did pit. He was one of the 2-tire guys. Erickson, Tanner, and Bryce Whitson will be the 2-tire guys. The guy who stayed out was Cohan.
Yes.
He's going to be the leader of the race. So Nick Cohan, he got that EOL. He's going to take advantage and start up front here as we get the restart. I should mention that no cars were a lap down there as the caution came out. So we will have no DSD Lucky Dog award winner for this caution. So everybody's still on the lead lap as we go.
Yeah, definitely. My scoring must be a little bit messed on my end. I'm sure Erickson did not pit, but technically he's one of the 2-tire guys, as you just started. So Nick Cohan staying out so far. I wonder if he's just going to stay out and lead a lap. If he does, that might be a pretty good strategy. In the meantime, get a lap under your belt and then try to race your way up towards the front as this race goes on.
Now, I think you're going to see Cohan stay out because with the track position being so important here, he's got a fast K&N truck. I think it's smart for him to go ahead and stay out there and risk, because you know what, if you fall back to say 10th on this run, you get another caution to get pit stops, you've gained spots when it's all over with. So why not risk it being where you were? The worst you're going to be is where you were.
Yeah, I mean that's very true, and you know with the way the tires wear, you probably test out too. If we do get a short caution, everybody pits, and you decide to stay out, you would know what to expect. So I mean, why not give it a shot now? I totally agree.
So here's our setup. Cohan, he did not pit. He'll lead us to the green flag here as Jordan Erickson. He took 2 tires. He'll start second. Bryce Whitson Jr., he'll start third on 2 tires. Josh Tanner, fourth on 2. And then your first guy on 4 tires, Brian Yazik. They're in the 5th position. Getting ready to wrap up the first caution here at lap number 17. Look at that gold pace car. A beautiful looking pace car.
I think that's the most prettiest pace cars I've seen on the iRacing service.
The lights definitely do its justice. Beautiful looking car. It's going to hang a left right here off of pit road. And Cohan and Erickson going to lead him back to the green flag. Sooner or later, there he goes. He's on it. Cohan with the jump in the green out.
Trying to fool the field just a little bit so he can gain the early advantage. That's what the leader's advantage is on restarts. So far, Jordan Erickson, Nick Cohan. Oh, wow, Nick Cohan surprisingly is really pulling away.
Yeah, watch Yazik, though. He's going to be the guy with the tires here.
Oh, yeah, Brian Yazik is, he's back in mirror traffic in the 4th spot right now, 5th spot, actually, right now, trying to work off that high side.
And here come the Vultures.
Oh, yeah.
3 wide for the lead.
Oh!
No room.
Oh, whoa. I didn't think that was going to work.
And just like that, Jordan Erickson to the front.
Well, if fold him over a blanket here, Chris. Wow, look at Nick Cohan to the very high side.
Oh, the 84 spins.
No! Oh, Yazik involved. Oh, no!
The double zeros in it. The 04. That's a big one here. Kleenhan's involved. He's got heavy smoke on the 85. 93's in it. 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in this. This is going to have some chase implications to it.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm telling you, look, Josh Tanner in that 84 just looked like he got loose on the very bottom side of the racetrack, and that definitely ricocheted. Looks like Bryce Whitson tried to fit a hole through the 84 and Yazik there.
Look at, I'm trying to see what that car is behind Yazik. He's scraping a wall a little bit. How did he get almost through there?
Oh, man.
85, nowhere to go. He plows in. He had the 04 back there spinning on his own. I'm counting at least 7 or 8 cars in this.
Yeah, same as here. And holy cow, if we can get a request from our director of onboard camera for Michael Krobach, I mean, I think that would be a pretty neat view to see how everything unfolded.
And right now we're on board with the 7, Krobach. We're on board. You see him on the outside here. Look at this mess up in front of him.
It's like Daytona and Talladega, but at a short track.
Look at how did he get through this?
Oh! I figured that would be a pretty good view because I was watching Krobach and it's like, wow.
Where's the horseshoe? I found it.
Holy cow, what
a move.
Well, since we're trying to catch our breath here under this caution, that's definitely, like you said, that's going to hit some chase implications right there.
And once again, the DSD Lucky Dog Award goes to no one. No one's a lap down yet, so everybody's still on the lead lap. Obviously, you guys have damaged cars. Josh Tanner taking his car behind the wall. Unfortunately, it looks like his car too damaged, and the 84 going to finish back in the 27th position. Should mention the 28th and 29th cars. They're supposed to be Jason Matzo and Alex Bates. They did not start the race, so only 27 official cars or trucks starting this race. That's a $1 bill in the jar. As a matter of fact, we'll step away here for a second. 22 laps in the books here at the Iowa Speedway. We'll be right back on the Global Sim Racing channel. Lap number 18, the big wreck hits here at the Iowa Speedway, taking out multiple drivers, including Josh Tanner, Alan Young, and Aaron Kleinhans. They are getting their damage fixed along with other cars, but we're getting ready to go back to racing. Lap number 24 it is. Nicholas Cohan, who started last after getting an EOL penalty from his actions in Milwaukee for aggressive driving. He is going to be the leader. Actually, correct that Jordan Erickson will be the leader. Cohan's going to be second with Krobach, and I believe that the 88 of Erickson is taking a high side here, if I get this correctly. As pace car is off, and Erickson was actually on the bottom. But either way, green's out, and we're back to racing.
Look at this push Michael Krobach's giving Nick Cohan, saying go, go, go. And Jordan Erickson's got a big old lead heading down turn 1 and 2.
I think Cohan took a cautious with no tires on his truck there, and he's worried about maybe spinning them. Good move on his part. Look at the 98, Austin Missler.
Where'd he come from?
Make that Sam Maxwell.
That's Sam Maxwell in the 98.
I'm getting drivers mixed up here. Sam Maxwell in the 98 doing a good job.
Whoa,
look out.
Krobach almost got clipped by Nick Cohan there. Looks like Krobach tried to slide up right in front of him off turn number 4. So far, so good.
Yeah, Krobach up to the second spot. Made the move into turn 3, was able to make the pass as Cohan tries to dive back to the bottom. No older tires. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a run here or not. Unable to. Krobach's going to be able to pull away. And look at the 98 get that run. Maxwell going to come up here for third.
If I was Nick Cohan right now, try to stay up to that higher side of the racetrack as much as possible. Not too high, because the higher you go, the more bumpy it usually is, and it can kill your momentum. So usually if you're staying that middle groove of the racetrack, you're not going to eat up the tires as much as you would do on the bottom.
Lee Staples, that 5. He's been very active tonight, looking underneath the 11 of Austin Missler. You notice Missler already with some rear damage on that number 11. Got that very early in the race.
William Hale, he was involved in the first caution. We had 2 cautions in this race. He's already clinched the top 10. He's up to 9th.
How about Robert Barney, the pole sitter right there?
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's worked his way up.
Man, a lot of guys coming back.
Barney is, if I had to pick a cool paint scheme tonight, I'd have to go with that one right there. That old school Biffle Granger paint scheme is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You could see William Hale here making some moves on the bottom side of the racetrack. Right behind them, you got Milt Matisse in the 42.
Didn't Gilliam and Hale just race each other a second ago?
I think so, but William Hale, he's eager to try to get back up to the front. He knows he has a good truck. He doesn't have any kind of really severe damage on that. Gilliam in the wall.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good thing. Just keep it by the wall as best as you can without coming down.
That's when you cue the mic and say, hey, who put that wall there?
Oh, yeah. And good thing they got safer barriers around here, eh?
Oh, trouble! The 11 the 14 spins, and there's the 002. Alec Marshall, and now the 66 spins behind him.
Oh, boy. Everybody's spinning off that turn 4 today. That turn 4 has been crucial.
Getting the 11 and the 14 mixed up, but the 14 of Alec Marshall involved here, and he's got heavy smoke. He's just going to lose it off 4.
Ever Bray's re-entering the racetrack after losing off turn 4.
Yeah, you're going to see the 14 under attack from the 16 of pole sitter there, Barney, and he just loses the back end. Once again, Hale and the 61 of Gilliam had to miss him. You see the 00 is going to spin, and they're going to get together. And then if you look low ways back, you'll see the 66 go on his own spinning.
Yeah, it looks like, man, 3 separate maybe instances that kind of ricocheted just a little bit. It looked like everybody seen smoke, kind of checked up, and when they did check up, they kind of just lost it off the corner. Bryce Whitson here entering down turn number 3 here. I think he was trying to check up. Oh, no. He actually spun maybe the same time the 14 did.
Yeah, he might just lost the back end there. So, once again, Iowa striking another driver. And should mention again, no DSD Lucky Dog Award winner is pretty much every driver who is a lap down right now is behind the wall.
Everybody
due to
coming down.
As we got leaders on pit road.
Stephen Witten will stay out to lead a lap as Jordan Erickson on back is going to come down pit road. What a strategy call by Nick Cohan. He's going to come down pit road to get 4 fresh tires.
Now you see where that pays off. However, you're going to see probably other drivers go with 2 here. Let's see how this plays out.
So far I'm seeing 4 tire stops.
4 tires, everybody's friends. Race off pit road.
Wow, look at Krobach wheeling and dealing it. He will get off pit road first.
Yeah, Krobach going to get it. How about Troy Haight? Could there be a strategy there? From 11th to 2nd. There's your 2 tires.
Wow.
Jordan Erickson going to come out 3rd. Maxwell and then Nick Cohan will come out 5th. So a slow stop for the 21 guys. Apparently, maybe they were eating ice cream in the pits.
Yep, Troy Haight, the only driver as of right now, and I don't think anybody else took 2 tires, so that would make Troy Haight the only guy on 2 tires at this point, and actually that's a really good call, because you really haven't had a long green flag run or any kind of a green flag run on these tires just yet.
Stephen Wetton stayed out. He got himself a bonus point. We should note that, or at least led a lap. Nonetheless, Michael Krobach, who ran very well last week in the All-Star race, led some laps, looked very aggressive. And if I remember correctly, he had a top 5 in that race, but he is up there in the lead.
Oh yeah, he's up in the front almost every single week unless some bad luck strikes him. But otherwise, he's a front runner, and he can race you clean. He can be really aggressive on you. But if he is really aggressive on you, he'll cleanly do it. I mean, I've had the chance to race with Michael Krobach in the iRacing official sessions before, and he is such an awesome racer to race against.
Completing lap number 33 of 125. Let's take a look at our rundown here. As Michael Krobach leading, Troy Haight running into 2nd position. Jordan Erickson been running strong up there in the 3rd spot. Sam Maxwell running 4th. Nick Cohan 5th. Austin Missler there in 6th. Robert Barney, your pole sitter. He's been back to front to back. He's up in the 7th position. Lee Staples. William Hale, who spun out earlier. He's up to 9th. Jeffrey Gilliam running in 10th. Brian Yazik 11th. And just a strong field of drivers. People given that chance with these cautions to work their way back to the front. Milt Matisse there in 12th. You got Mark Myers 13th. You got Jonathan Holstein there in 14th. You got Tim Knott 15th. He started last on the field. David Gain 4th. He was involved in a spin earlier, 16th. Jackie Palmore 17th. Bray 18th. Stephen Wetton, he just came out of the pits. He'll be 19th. 20th, Bryce Whitson Jr. Chris Ginn, Travis McQuiston, your last of the 22 trucks on the lead lap.
And Brian Yazik, he doesn't have severe damage on that truck. He does have damage in the right rear quarter panel of that truck, but it doesn't seem like he's losing any time. So I think it's the same old truck as it handled at the start of the race. So if he can get back up into the top 5, watch for him.
Yeah, Yazik is definitely going to be a motivated one tonight. He's not going to let damage slow him down, as we should be getting one to go this time by lap number 34.
Definitely the one to go signal right now from the pace car. Michael Krobach, Troy Haight on 2 tires. Jordan Erickson, Sam Maxwell, Nick Cohan, the top 5.
Going to be a fun restart here. You're going to have everybody but Troy Haight, the only driver, on everybody on 4 tires but Troy. So it's going to be interesting to see with this outside line how Troy's going to be able to handle this, because these 4 tires are going to be strong. You got Cohan, who used the strategy to get himself some track position. He's been able to pull that off, and we're about to see what's going to happen.
I think Troy Haight's able to stay up there. I think he'll be able to stay in the top 5. I don't know if he's going to be able to compete with Krobach or Erickson just yet on those 2 tires, but if we do get a caution, everybody else comes down for 4 tires, that'll be a good strategy call.
Here we go. Pace car is in. Krobach's on it. Green flag back out at Iowa.
Whoa, what a jump. Caught Troy Haight sleeping there drastically. Krobach there all by himself, and he's got Jordan Erickson not too far behind.
Troy Haight already back to the 4th spot, about to lose that to Robert Barney.
Robert Barney on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's trying to come back. He started on the pole tonight, using up that bottom line early. Troy Haight's still stuck on the high side. Meanwhile, you got William Hale coming up.
Hale is on the move. Move him up to the 6th position as he looks underneath the 82. And hey, there's the 15 of Yazik. He's coming.
Yeah, Yazik is coming as well. He looks like that little damage ain't really hurting him. He's using up that bottom lane as much as he can. Some drivers are trying to pinch him down there just a little bit to kill his momentum. So far, it is not working. And Troy Haight really looks like he's dropping like a rock.
Yeah, he basically helped Yazik make the move on Maxwell. They're kind of set a pick, and that's what allowed Yazik to clear through.
Contact between Jonathan Holstein.
Trouble!
Oh, man!
William Hale's in it. Jordan Erickson. I looked up, and I saw the 88 facing the other way.
Oh, man. Did he get help from that? Oh, he clipped the apron. I think he clipped the apron.
Oh, the apron at Iowa bites very hard.
Yep, he clipped the apron there. He caught that yellow line right there, and it's a little dirty down there. And he just clipped that apron, just sent him around.
Hale had nowhere to go. Did he get through that?
He did, but a driver I would like to see an onboard of is Brian Yazik. He had to really crank that steering wheel to the left to avoid that.
Our 4th caution here at the Iowa Speedway, lap number 38.
Look at right here. It's coming off turn. This is turn number 4 right here, coming to the start-finish line. And just ahead, you will see a car hit the apron. That is Jordan Erickson. That's a little bit hard to see. Right there, he's got to crank it to the left right here to avoid that incident. Man, that's some good driving by Brian Yazik right there.
And finally, tonight, we're going to have our first Lucky Dog Award. Curtis Aho going to get the Lucky Dog. Congratulations to him. Getting back on the lead lap. The DSD Lucky Dog Award to Curtis Aho here on lap number 38. He'll be back on the lead lap with a heavily damaged number 38.
Yep. He will receive the DSD Lucky Dog Award here. Get back on the lead lap, get some 4 fresh tires, and try to get a good finish out of this thing. He was involved in that, I believe, in an earlier incident. I think it was the 2nd or 1st caution tonight. So he does have damage on that truck, but he's going to try to make the best of it.
Hey, as long as you're on the lead lap, you have a chance to do some damage, and that's exactly what he's got tonight there. Hey, it's what they say. Sometimes you got to be in the lead lap to win it, and that's what he is tonight.
Man,
damage or not.
These exits to the corner here tonight, Chris, is really paying dividends, playing a big part in these guys' races. It's either you're going to run the bottom in 3 and 4 and snap loose, or accidentally clip that apron because you want to try to keep that momentum up as much as you can without hitting it. And it just seems like the exit of these corners is really biting these drivers tonight.
And I think it's the transitions. I've had that issue here in Iowa myself. You get that transition going from that middle groove to top groove or from bottom to middle, and you cross it wrong, it just spins you around. And even the apron, as you just saw with Clark or with the 88 car, exact thing. You hit the bottom and you hit the apron, all of a sudden, bam, you're gone, and all of a sudden you're behind the wall or in trouble, and that's what happened to Jordan Erickson.
Brian Yazik under this caution flags, the outside wall, just a little bit. I don't think it's going to really hurt anything on that number 15 truck there.
Now, we did have some pit stops take place just a couple laps ago. Not many cars came down pit road, but I did see some take advantage. Jonathan Holstein was one. Obviously, William Hale getting his damage fixed. You got Alec Marshall pitted. McQuiston on pit road. You got Gainforth on pit road. Alan Young. Bryce Whitson, who's got the damage. And, of course, Jordan Erickson. Those guys taking advantage, getting tires here at the back of the field. So maybe a little strategy in play.
Trying to get tires and fix as much damage as you can under this caution if you were involved in this last caution here. So that's what I would do. Take advantage right now and fix as much damage as you can and try to get out there and get the best finish that you can. Jordan Erickson still sitting on the pit road repairing the damage here. And Bryce Whitson too.
That's all you can do. Get your damage fixed. About a minute or so laps around here under caution, so you don't have much time with this with the pit road to get damage fixed and then get back out there. So hopefully, as long as you don't have like engine issues or anything like that, you should be able to get it fixed and get back out there. So we're still not yet one to green, but Krobach, Cohan, Barney, Yazik, Maxwell, your top five. Troy Haight holding on with those two tires in the sixth position. You see him. You seen him just a few minutes ago fall back, and he's able to hold on to six so far. And you got Missler, you got Staples, you got Gilliam, you got Mark Myers up there in the 10th position now.
1 to go signal this time by for these drivers to go back. Green flag racing here. The caution laps are a little longer than usual, especially on a short track like this. It's usually on the iRacing Sims part. So as of right now, these drivers are all double filed back up and ready to get back to it.
I was just actually taking a look at the point standings here, as we're not quite... we are 1 to go, I should say. And tell you what, we've lost our point leader to an incident so far. Our second place guy had the EOL penalty in points, Cohan, so it's been an interesting night so far as the pace car is going to pull off. Krobach going to lead him back to green here in Iowa, lap 43.
Back racing out here at the Iowa Speedway. Nick Cohen gets a pretty good jump there. But the biggest jump was obviously the race leader, Michael Krobach. Brian Yazik really using heavy on that outside lane. He will take third position away from Robert Barney.
Hey, what, they about got the wall there off of turn 2. As Cohen going to drop it to the bottom.
Oh, make it stick. Wow, he does make it stick on the bottom.
And we got trouble turn
out.
4.
Turn 4 again.
Chris Ginn is going around. And up. Aho is in it also. The 38. Caution 5.
What? This actually started entering turn 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Aho gets involved in this, and it looks like there's another car involved, and it happens up ahead.
Oh. Number
the 10's going to drive in the back of the 17, it looks like.
It looked like the 17 was already loose entering the corner.
How did he straighten that thing out?
I have no idea. That's driving right there.
That right there is called saying a prayer and straightening the thing out.
Yeah,
well, you know what? He got hit a little bit in the front by the 10. That's what straightened him out.
That's Jackie Pelmore in the number 17 car. Chris Ginn in the 10, who gets a pretty hard hit with Curtis Aho.
Nonetheless, the pace car out here at lap number 4. Or the pace car is out. The caution is out. You can put the pace car out there, too, if you want to, at lap 45. And we'll see really many leaders. Troy Haight's on pit road here. Going to get some tires. Erickson back in. Kleinhan's been getting his damage fixed. Mark Myers going to get some tires here. Not a bad strategy, because this puts you back on to a one-stop strategy, which most of the drivers are already on at this point.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much on the same strategy, especially the leaders. I think Troy Haight, I wonder, did he pit yet?
Haight just pitted just now. He was just on pit road.
Okay, so that would relieve the top 9 that are pretty much on the same strategy as others.
And we'll get that all synced up here as we get ready to go back to racing to wrap up Caution 5. But first, we got to pay some bills real quickly. We'll be back on the Global Sim Racing Channel. Back at the cornfields of Iowa, Newton, Iowa, to be exact, at the Iowa Speedway, the 7/8 mile oval. It is race number 10. And it's been an awesome one so far here as we got Krobach leading, Kohan in second, Robert Barney, Brian Yazik, and Sam Maxwell, your top 5 here in the HPP Simulation Truck Series as part of the iRacing Online Championship.
Yeah, definitely. You got Michael Krobach, Nick Cohan, Brian Yazik, Robert Barney, and Sam Maxwell, the top 5. Tip my hat to Sam Maxwell. He's been pretty much up there all night long. Started 4th, currently in the 5th position. Maybe he's got a chance to contend for that win tonight.
Anything can happen. Pace car's off. Krobach's on it. We're green. Cohan gets a pretty solid jump. Barney's going to get there and push him a little bit as they work their way to turn 1. Let's watch Yazik.
Ryan Yazik using the bottom part of the racetrack. He's been strong all race long, even with little damage. He will not be denied. Right now, he's trying to get second place away from Nick Cohan.
He drives it down to the bottom. Elevator move down all the way to the bottom for the top. Going to try to slide job executed.
Whoa! That was close. Oh, did he clip the wall on the front stretch?
I don't think so. It didn't look like it, but Barney's going to make the move to the bottom down to 16.
Oh, now he's going to use up the higher side of the racetrack. Brian Yazik, he clears Barney by a big margin there as Nick Cohan gets underneath Barney.
That's a determination move right there by Yazik, doing the slide job like he did. And Cohan going to try to move. Unfortunately, Barney not going to let him.
And oh man, Yazik still trying to chip away at that lead just little by little. It's a half a second as of right now, but the first battle right now is for 3rd spot.
It is. Cohan, or I should say Barney has it. Cohan wants it. Cohan drives all the way down that yellow line to 12 degrees of banking where he is, to 14 degrees of banking up where Barney is. And you see the difference is the
chrono
spin
Maxwell
saved it.
What a save. This will not bring out a caution since he did not get fully sideways on the racing surface to where it really pushes out a caution. So this will not be a caution at the moment.
He had both his hands and feet on the wheel turning that thing straight. Nonetheless, we do stay green. It is the 7 of Krobach leading. Brian Yazik there in second position. You got Barney there in third, Cohan in fourth, and then everybody else. Missler there, Jeffrey Gilliam. You got Lee Staples. You got Matisse doing a great job in a 42. Haven't said his name at all there in the 8th position. Yazik, definitely the determined man. He is on the move, running about 3/10 faster than Krobach each and every lap. We're going to have teammates battling each other here very shortly. A 3.7 to Yazik and a 3.9 to Krobach. Either way, Yazik is the man on the move. We might have a battle here soon for the lead, but we got a battle back here at the 5th position. Also, Austin Missler, Jeffrey Gilliam, and right behind that, Lee Staples, a 42, and Matisse right on his bumper.
Here comes Yazik, inching closer towards that race lead.
Let's see how much the teammates cooperate with each other. Should mention real quickly, if you're seeing the post there on our YouTube page from William Hale saying next week we'll see you at Gateway, so unfortunately he's going to take the 62 behind the wall here this evening.
That's very unfortunate for William Hale, but although he will have another chance next week at Gateway.
And that's the great part about racing. You can always come back next week and do it all over again. As Yazik with another great runoff too.
Man, we're getting battles heating up here, but the main important one is going to be for the race lead very soon. Michael Krobach's lead has gone away. Yazik has caught Krobach. The other battles between Robert Barney and Nick Cohan, but this is getting a little more exciting for the race lead.
You know, these two are actually catching the front two.
Well, and they battle side by side. They'll definitely catch them.
We might have a 4-truck race on our hands here. So 2 HPP trucks versus, well, the other 2 trucks.
I wonder if they'll have the idea to take it 4 wide.
That might not be such a good idea. Somebody's got a barbecue on pit road, as Sean Ambrose would say. Bryce Whitson Jr. He's definitely burning some corn.
What a way to put it. But another driver, I know this lead's shaping up here fairly soon here, seeing if they're going to be battling side by side. I hate to take my eyes off this race lead, but a shout out to Jeffrey Gilliam. He's had, Yazik might be looking towards that outside line. Got a little loose on exit. Yep, got a little loose on exit there.
And look at the outside move by Cohan back here for third. He went outside, power move.
Usually the higher line will prevail.
That wasn't an easy one he made. He made it into the corner. Usually that high line gets you to run off. He went into the corner and took the spot away.
Oh, yeah, and these guys, they're catching the race leaders little by little here, and they're fanned out just a little bit. It looks like there's a little apparent damage on the number 16 of Robert Barney. It doesn't seem to be slowing him down, though.
Just did some thinking. So if Whitson was burning corn, would that be popcorn?
Sure. A driver I got to give a shout out to tonight is Jeffrey Gilliam. I mean, he's had some bad luck this season, and right now he's running up in the top 5. So great run for him tonight.
Yeah, Gilliam's doing a great job. He missed that wreck early in the race. And he was able to work his way back up there. Another name we haven't said much. How about 6th position? The 42, Milt Matisse. He has slowly matriculated his way up through the field. He's up here in the 6th position. That 42 car looking to battle the 61 for the 5th position there at Gilliam. We got Lee Staples. He's done a great job in that 5.
Yeah, definitely. Milt Matisse started back in the 20th position. He's up to the 6th already. And we're at lap 64 out of 120 laps, 25 laps, excuse me. This is going to be a battle for position sharing up soon.
Oh, yeah. Almost lost it. Yeah, I was about to say that Yatrick is just riding. Yatrick, I did it. I knew I would do it once. Yazik would ride behind his teammate there in his 7, Krobach. But not so much there after almost losing off the corner. Watch, I think he's going to get the seam off of 4 here, and that's going to send his back end spinning.
Right now, he got really loosey-goosey there.
Nonetheless, great save.
Still working on Michael Krobach, though. I mean, he hasn't really lost a lot of time to the race leader, but with that little bobble in turn 4, that's allowing Nick Cohan to put a little pressure on him.
Yeah, I want to look back here real quickly while we have a break here. The 13th position, David Gainforth, and then the guy who was leading the race before spinning earlier, Jordan Erickson, back here in the 14th position. These guys have been almost side by side, a little bit fighting with Tim Knott there in front in the 12th position. A nice crossover by Erickson as he tries to work on his way.
Yeah, Mr. Bubbles is trying to recover here, along with Jordan Erickson, the 88.
I mean, how cool is it to see a bubble gum like Mr. Bubble on a truck?
Yeah, it's. I would say it's definitely throwback. Looks like the battle for the lead might be shaping up pretty soon. Once again, as they come up on the lap car of Alan Young in the 24.
Yeah, look who's joined the party. Mr. Cohan started dead last on the field.
He's still using up that bottom side of the racetrack.
He's making it work.
I mean, he's out of the entire guys out of this field tonight. I'm seeing only him is really working that bottom side. As you can see, the race leaders try the bottom side on turns 1 and 2. You can really get a better run turn 1 and 2 on the bottom, but 3 and 4 tonight, it's just been you're just loose. Look at the race leaders right now; they're running the high side. Nick Cohan's on the very bottom.
Yeah, I've always learned that bottom 1 and 2 is like the preferred group. You get down there, stay right down that yellow line, don't touch the apron, and you're able to get that run off of 2. It's the 3 and 4 that's really caught my eye with Cohan. Like right there, that line that Nick ran, that's like the ideal line around here.
On the yellow line, except he didn't get any lower than that. That was the Jordan Erickson line that Jordan tried to do earlier, but got loose doing it. And as of right now, he's still trying to eat up that bottom side. And by doing that bottom side, he is catching Yazik.
And look behind us, Robert Barney, the pole sitter. He's starting to get into this picture again.
Yeah, Robert Barney's running a little higher line in 3 and 4 than what Nick Cohan is, but between the top 4 cars, they're running the same line in 1 and 2. You can see right here, Nick Cohan's going to change up his line this time by the middle groove of the racetrack, along with Robert Barney.
These 4 are just kind of, I don't want to say they're pacing themselves, but I do want to bounce back here to the 5th position. Jeffrey Gilliam's under attack from the 42. Milt Matisse there in the 42, trying to get this position away.
Yeah, this has been a battle for 5th position that's been brewing up for a little while now. Milt Matisse trying to do everything he can. He's being really patient about it, too. Looks like Jeffrey Gilliam's going to go high. Milt Matisse is going to go low. This is going to be a side-by-side battle coming off turn number 4 here. Jeffrey Gilliam's going to get the run off the high side.
Let's see, each running pretty much identical lines going into 1. You see Matisse kind of working his way to the bottom, trying to use the banking to an advantage here. You got the old tires. It's a question of when do you want to use that slide job and when don't you? Right now, it's kind of tough with the older tires.
It really is, because if you're going to try to do a slide job, I mean, you kind of got to expect that you're going to go for a slide yourself here, too. So, especially on older tires, the grip on them tires is not really going to be there anymore, especially with lower temperatures.
Side by side for 8th, Travis McQuiston under attack from Maxwell, who just went spinning through the grass. He has come back through the field and is working his way up.
And Sam Maxwell, yeah, he had a bottle off turn 4 earlier.
Oh, he had everything, part of his body being able to hold on to that wheel to keep it straight, feet, hands, elbows, whatever. And he's able to keep it straight.
Yeah, definitely. Travis McQuiston having a nice run in the top 10. These 2 drivers almost making contact in turns 1 and 2. I'm sure the leaders don't really want to see a caution right now.
As we are just past halfway, as a matter of fact, 50 laps to go right now. That pit window's open. When do you want to pit? Because right now, knock on wood, we got a green flag look going here.
Well, let's just say if I was Michael Krobach and Brian Yazik pits this time by, I would pit the following time by, because I don't want Yazik to gain any more time on me as he has already.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I want to be the first on pit road. This is one of those tracks where, yeah, maybe you want to wait to that lap afterwards, but I've always been that guy, you know what, beat him in the pit road so I can get out there and try to gain some time. You see Yazik and Krobach, they're right there in the same time. If Yazik can pit that 1 lap sooner and get in front of Krobach, then the move's made.
The top 5 cars, it's been 46 laps since their exact last pit stop. So I expect these guys to be headed down pit road fairly soon, within maybe about the next 5 laps approximately.
How about this battle? Let's go back to the 13th position. I just missed this fight that's going on. Jordan Erickson, Troy Haight, Austin Missler, and David Gainforth, Mr. Bubble there. These guys are fighting it out for 13th.
Austin Missler is looking to the inside on Troy Hay. Looks like nothing's going to brew up just yet. Jordan Erickson did get by all these guys here, and he has somewhat of a cleaner air ahead. he has quite of a big gap ahead of him from Tim Knott, that's sitting in the 12th position right now.
And these guys all find it out as we got to get pit stops here ready very shortly. Meanwhile, Steven Retton making a move on McQuiston for 9th. He just made that move. So move Retton up a position. McQuiston crosses over.
Well, who's going to flinch right here first? Who's going to come down pit road here?
Oh, don't come up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so far, nobody's on pit road as we complete lap number 80. So 45 laps to go next time by here at the Iowa Speedway. Appreciate everybody watching here on the Global Sim Racing channel. As one car loose down there in turn 2 is able to save it. Oh, and we have caution trouble. Turn 2. Erickson has gone around again.
Put it out. Caution is out at the Iowa Speedway, as Brian Yazik would like to say, as the 88 goes for a spin. Erickson.
Well, I'm looking right now as he's under attack right now for the position. So I was about to say, I hate to say the apron got him again, but he goes down to turn 1. He gets contact with the 11, almost 3 wide there.
Yeah, this time by it was a bump from Austin Missler, I believe.
That was Missler in the 11, so looks like we'll have green pit stops here. This could be the move of the race. Who's going to get it? Here come the leaders down pit road.
Well, I believe you're done pitting for fuel this time, but maybe not for tires.
I definitely think you get another caution. 4 tires are going to be your best friend.
Well, as of right now, they are your best friend. No matter however which way you look at it, because if you take 2 tires this run, you better expect you're going to drop like a rock.
Cohan going to be the first one to pit stall. He's getting 4 tires. Everybody I'm seeing up and down pit road taking 4. 4 in fuel going to be the project here. Who's going to win the race off pit road?
Looks like Michael Krobach, he has the run. He's wheeling and dealing off of pit road here. Is he going to be Brian Yazik off? Yes, Michael Krobach, Brian Yazik, and
Look
Jeffrey
at the
Gilliam.
61.
Jeffrey Gilliam, 3rd.
Big stop.
That was a 4-tire stop as well on Jeffrey Gilliam's part. So what a pit road stop. Man, oh man, I wonder if Robert Barney or Nick Cohen may have overdriven a pit stall to where they had to back up just a little bit.
So we are under caution here. 82 laps in the books out of 125, so 43 if I do the math and carry the one correctly left to go at the Iowa Speedway. Let's step away. We'll take a commercial break and we'll come back and we'll finish this one out on the Global Sim Racing channel. Back at the Iowa Speedway, it is the iRacing Online Championship HPP Simulation Truck Series race number 9 here at the Iowa Speedway. Chris Scala, Tanner Sharp here with you in the Global Sim Racing channel. Samuel Ryman, hopefully back next week. He's on assignment this week, so we're here in Iowa eating some corn and doing some racing, and that's what we do best, as we are going to have 40 laps to go, and it's the HPP trucks of Krobach and Yazik. First and second as we get ready to go back to racing.
Ace cars exiting turn number 4, takes a hard left down pit road. Green flag, we're back racing here at the Iowa Speedway. Another good jump on Michael Krobach's part. Brian Yazik not too far behind.
And Barney going to give him the push down the straightaway. Yazik going to drive it in there. I wonder how much his teammates are going to work with each other.
Gilliam got a little tight, and they're 3 wide coming off turn number 2.
Whoa. Cohan making a move.
Dun, dun, dun. Here.
How about 2 for 1? No, slide jump, no.
Yeah, he's still sticking side by side with him, though.
Barney able to clear him for 3rd, but Cohan up to 4th. Look at Milt Matisse back there at 6th.
Yeah, definitely. Jeffrey Gilliam, he's having a whale of a run here tonight at Iowa, running in the top 5.
One truck in the wall back there. He's clear off of it. It was Mark Meyer in the 04, I believe.
So far, so good. No caution just yet here at Iowa Speedway. Meanwhile, back up front, Michael Krobach, Brian Yazik, Robert Barney, Nick Cohan, the top 4, and Jeffrey Gilliam rounding out the top 5. Milt Matisse not too far behind. And what a recovery by Sam Maxwell in the number 98 truck.
Everybody pretty much single file. Your first battle on the track was back here at about the 10th position. Lee Staples been running that middle groove all night. He has the 11 all over his back bumper. Austin Missler looking to get around him. And from the bottom, here comes Tim Knott.
Yeah, Tim Knott on the bottom side of the racetrack trying to get a position on Austin Missler. Looks like it's not going to happen off the exit of the corner. Austin Missler has the preferred line on exit as the higher line.
Everybody gets back to single file. Save those tires is what you need to do right now, as we have 35 laps to go next time by here at the Iowa Speedway. The HPP trucks have pretty much been dominating this, but you got the pole sitter Robert Barney. He wants to break the party up.
A little bit back here, Troy Hayes making some aggressive moves on the bottom side of the track, man, trying to gain every position. Tried doing a slide job on Tim Knott, but Tim Knott wasn't allowing it.
Tim not going to let him make that move. Nonetheless,
Robert Barney has gained a little bit on Brian Yazik, little by little, and so has Jeffrey Gilliam. He's gained a little bit on Nick Cohan. So drivers who weren't really gaining, well, I shouldn't say that, but they're closer than what they were earlier.
One thing I'm watching very closely here, and this could easily be the key in this race, to watch how the 7 enters the corner, and then watch Yazik. Watch Krobach, watch Yazik. Yazik is more of an arc into the corner, and that could help him later in this race. That could be something to watch as the 16 drops down.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like Krobach, Yazik getting very close to that outside wall on exit. But
right here, where's the arc?
Yep, right here. Oh, there. What a run. He's got a run. Battle for the race lead. He's got that right rear quarter panel on top of him. Side by side.
I said it last week in the All-Star race. The high line at 1 and 2 could be something. It waited a week later, but here it is.
Yeah. Krobach got a little wobbly on the bottom side of the track. He did lead that lap. Give that lap to Brian Yazik, as he might be able to clear Michael Krobach, and I believe he does. Off turn number 2. Oh,
not yet. Brian Yazik and Barney. Oh, there's a hole there. Apparently,
Barney wants to play.
Clear.
That's for sure. Goes to the bottom side of the racetrack. Gonna try the old Nick Cohan move.
Trying to cross over, not able to, but Barney is
bumper to bumper.
Getting in this business.
Bumper to bumper. The top 3 cars are on right now.
Great racing here at the Iowa Speedway again next week for these guys. They're at Gateway. How about another fun race? How about you throw some shifting in there too?
Yeah, that's going to be a wild one as well. I mean, knowing when your breaking points are at Gateway. But today, here we are at Iowa, focusing on who's going to win Iowa tonight. And so far, Brian Yazik showing he can win.
Oh, any of these guys right here, the top 4, they have been your fast 4, should we say. Yazik, Krobach, Barney, and Cohan. 29 laps to go here at the Iowa Speedway.
Tell you what, man, Jeffrey Gilliam, he's only about a 1.3 seconds back from the race leader. He's not too far behind, and neither is Milton Matisse.
No, and they're running competitive laps. As a matter of fact, last time by, Gilliam, your fastest lap.
Robert Barney, slow! Robert Barney, who was running in the third position, really slow. He must have gotten loose down in turns 1 and 2. He did. He got really sideways. Looks like he clipped the edge of the
caution.
Caution's out.
Caution out, looking for it. It's for somebody.
It is for somebody, as we are trying to figure out who got sideways on the racetrack to bring out the caution flag.
A clean hands going around the 85 has gone spinning on the back straightaway. That's what the caution is for. The reason why we couldn't find him is because he's already back on pit road.
And that's very unfortunate right there.
Usually just lost it. Oh, yeah, hard into the wall.
Aaron Kleinhans's definitely not having a good night tonight at Iowa. Usually we're seeing him up towards the front. Oh, leaders come down pit road.
Who's going to have the money stop this time? Last time it was Krobach.
Oh, man, this is wooing up big time. We're going to be about less than 25 laps to go when we do take the green flag. But the question is, who's going to be the two-tire strategist?
You got to go 4 if you want to win this race.
I definitely agree, too. But, you know, I've seen some of these drivers in here take some real gutsy calls before and really surprised the heck out of me.
Everybody so far. Oh,
Nick Cohan does. Cohan with 2.
Don't mess with the Cohan. He went 2. Isaac second.
Yeah, Nick Cohan. I've seen him win races, come from the back and come to the front on two-tire strategies, man, and he's not afraid to do it.
He was able to hold the lead earlier on 2 tires at the start of the race. In case you missed the beginning, he had an EOL and a 10-point penalty from aggressive driving back in Milwaukee. And all of a sudden, lap 25, everybody pits. He didn't and was leading.
Yeah, and since that worked out earlier, and he's going to use that to his advantage right now towards the end of the race.
We are in for an exciting finish here at the Iowa Speedway. And again, if there's a driver here that has not won a race, well, let's just say the chase spot is waiting for them here in the HPP Simulation Truck Series. As I look over at drivers who have not won a race, Robert Barney, he is winless. Alan Young, he's winless. Brian Yazik, he's winless.
Jeffrey Gilliam is winless this season.
He is winless. Look at Peltier's not here tonight. Holstein's winless. A lot of drivers with a shot here to get that first win to clinch their ticket into the chase. Matter of fact, Alan Young's going to get a wave around here as he's sitting right there behind the pace car.
Yeah, Alan Young is currently 15 laps down, and as long as he stays out, he will receive a wave around to get one of those laps back. But that means he ain't going to be able to ever pit until probably the next caution flag. So he will probably get one of those laps back. Jackie Pelmore, if the next caution does come out, Jackie Pelmore would receive the DSD Lucky Dog Award.
As I'm looking at it right now, Pelmore did get the DSD Lucky Dog Award this time by 2. So he did get the wave around. And is now 3 laps down according to scoring and timing. Or timing and scoring.
Well, looks like Alan Young would receive the wave around on the 1 to go signal. It almost looks like the way these cars are lining up, it's going to come down to 2 laps until we go back green flag racing. So 2 to green here, I believe. I can be mistaken on that.
Let's take a look at the rundown right now as we are going to go green. And we're going to have 22 laps to go, my guess, as we get the green flag. Nick Cohan, he is on 2 tires. He'll be your leader. Brian Yazik, Michael Krobach, Jeffrey Gilliam, Robert Barney, your top 5. Troy Haight back up to 6th. He's been up and down the standings. Sam Maxwell there in 7th. Travis McQuiston in 8th. Milt Matisse in 9th. And how about Jordan Erickson? He's been around twice. It is his 10th.
Yeah, his truck looks like it kind of belongs to the junkyard, but he's still hanging in there, and he's hoping that truck comes home with a top 10 finish here tonight. Outside that top 10, you got Mark Myers, Lee Staples, Austin Missler, who's back in 13th position, Tim Knotts 14th, Stephen Witten in 15th, David Gainforth in 16th, 17th, Edward Bray, Jonathan Holstein in 18th, which is the last car on the lead lap.
look at it like this. You could see your first truck ever get a top 10 and end up in Dale Jr.'s junkyard. That's what you're looking at with Jordan Erickson.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So, Nick Cohan, Brian Yazik. Brian Yazik's definitely, if he's going to try to challenge and try to take that lead away, now is the time to do it.
Well,
and Nick Cohan's not going to give up easily, though.
Will 2 tires be the magic call tonight, or will it be the 4 tires? We're about to find out. Pace car is going to hang a left. And Cohan, when will he be on it? When will he be on it? How about now? He's on it. Green flag. Gets a good jump.
Yeah, he gets a good jump, but is it a big enough jump to keep Michael Krobach and Brian Yazik behind?
Yazik going to work that high line. He should, maybe not.
Well,
I thought he would clear Krobach.
Yeah, this is what Nick Cohan wants to see, is those 2 drivers battling side by side with each other so he can pull away, but he's not really pulling away. Krobach using every inch of up the racetrack from top to bottom, bottom to top.
Yazik to second.
Brian Yazik really strong all night long, despite little damage that he has on his truck. He is gaining very slowly on Nick Cohan.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, no!
The 5 is going around. Lee Staples.
Lee Staples.
I was just focusing back there because they were about 3 and 4 wide.
He got helped down in turn 1 and 2 there by the 11, I believe. That's Austin Missler.
Look at this mess. This is what I was going back to a second ago.
Oh, man. Oh, who was that on a bomb that just almost got clipped?
And the 5's going to go too high, and he cuts back down, and Missler's there, and then they contact. How about the bubblegum machine going by?
Oh, wow. That would be a pretty cool onboard right there. Oh.
All right, let's stick a quarter in him and go on board. Bubblegum machine reference.
Mr. Bubbles. Mr. Bubbles right here. Riding the line coming off turn number 4. Everybody's pretty much battled side by side just ahead of him.
There's the contact.
Gotta get...
Yow,
whoa. Hey, he didn't hit the wall either, so he came away clean there.
I see what you did there. Nice job. Oh, caution out again. We are now at 20 laps to go. Right now, that move for Cohan's the winning move.
Jackie Pelmore will receive the DSD Lucky Dog Award.
His second straight time he's gotten that award, and while we have an opportunity to, you know what? Let's step away real quick. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the finish for you here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. 16 laps to go. We'll go Greenwood. 15 laps to go in the HPP Simulation Truck Series here at the Iowa Speedway. Will we have a new member clinch a spot in the chase tonight, or will be one of our repeat winners? But nonetheless, Nick Cohan, two-tire strategy. He is leading. Brian Yazik second. Krobach running third. Your pole sitter, Robert Barney in fourth. And could he be Mr. Comeback tonight? Mr. Sam Maxwell in fifth. He had a spin. I should correct myself. Gilliam's in fifth. Maxwell there in sixth. Nonetheless, what a comeback for Sam.
Yeah, definitely. Sam Maxwell is running strong all night long. Had a couple bobbles here and there, but so far he's making it work. Trying to get a good finish tonight. Pace car exiting turn number 4. Nick Cohan gets on the loud pedal right away. Green flag. We're back racing at Iowa.
Good restart for him. Good restart for Yazik. Barney's going to get out there on the outside of Krobach. As Barney said, I heard him on the microphone a few seconds ago say it's about to go down.
Oh,
Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Time to go right now.
Erickson up in the wall.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
Everybody's clean and green, though.
Brian Yazik using the same...
Oh,
Krobach! Oh, no! Robert Barney! No! And Krobach's staying high above the wall there, trying not to get down on anybody. What a great... Oh, man.
Gilliam, heavy damage. He's smoking. He went down to... he got into contact there. You're going to see... Krobach's going to get in the wall, and you're going to see Barney get damaged, and then you're going to see Gilliam plow in. Krobach did the right thing and kept it in the wall, but nonetheless, the others couldn't adjust.
Tell you what, I tip my hat to Michael Krobach right there and on keeping that thing in the wall. A lot of drivers would try to come down to avoid hitting that wall.
Maxwell getting damaged, looked like, too, and one other car behind him, it looked like, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of drivers getting heavy damage here, looks like. Wow.
Cohan is there. Yazik is there also.
Yazik doing... I'm telling you, he is running his butt off here tonight.
And then look at the fight back here for third. Look at Jordan Erickson for fifth.
Well, everything just flip-flopped ever since that happened, coming off turn 4.
Oh, three wide.
Robert Barney, Troy Haight, Jordan Erickson. They made it work so far. Wow, I mean, these guys are driving their butts off towards the end of the race here. And it's a pretty big gap from third to second, but the gap has shrunk for the race lead. 3/10 so far. Brian Yazik and Nick Cohan.
Robert Barney with heavy nose damage on that Granger truck. He's trying to bound to 42 for the 5th position. When we look back up here at the front, Cohan and Yazik less than a 10th. When will the 4 tires wake up, if they will?
I'm telling you, those 2 tires are really holding up.
He got tight there.
Yeah, he got tight there. He had to let out of the gas to avoid hitting the wall there. Doing everything he can to chase down Nick Cohan.
9 laps to go.
Tick-tock. That clock is getting louder.
And look at the 4th position. How about Travis McQuiston? I commented him last week in the All-Star race. He was spinning everywhere.
He was, and he's got damage on that truck. He's been hanging out outside the top 10, or I should say, yeah, Milt Matisse.
Oh, look at the run by McQuiston on 4 on Maxwell here. Can he get him?
Robert Barney side by side with Troy Haight.
How much is Yazik saving, if any?
I don't know. It's crunch time now. I mean, you got coming to 8 laps to go here. Time to go, boys.
Make that 7 right now. Cohan across the stripe. His time 55. Yazik a 61. So Cohan at clean air just a little bit faster. Caution!
Caution is out.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Well,
I believe Holstein is the caution, I believe.
Dead. Gone. Jonathan Holstein.
It was not Holstein. He just went to the apron. Maybe Tim Nod. He just said sorry about that. So maybe the 41.
I believe you're right. I was not looking at.
Oh,
at the time.
not turn the 88
wow.
of Erickson.
Wow.
And Erickson, I think, hit the limit for damage. He's gone. I just noticed he disappeared right off the track, so I think he hit his incident limit.
Pit road open this time by Nope.
Well, a little bit of angriness. Listen to Tim Knott and a couple of drivers kind of showing some anger out there. And, one thing we need to look at, did Yazik get damage from the incident where the 7 got in the wall? Because you look at that right rear, there's that damage from the previous incident, but could that be causing issues?
I'm not sure. We'll have to take a. I'm gonna have to
right
take
rear
a
is
look
flared
back
out.
here.
Yazik coming to. No, he's not going to. I thought he was coming to pit road. If I'm in. So I'm surprised some of these guys are staying out.
Yeah, nobody came down pit road this time by at all. Yazik did hit the wall off turn number 4 just a little bit. It was a little scrape at the time when Michael Krobach got into the wall.
So it looks like we're going to have a 2-lap restart.
Yes, it looks like we are. We're coming to 5 laps to go.
Now,
coming to 5 to go this time, I believe.
Yeah, coming to 4 to go. But the one thing I will mention in this league, they do not do 1-lap shootouts. If we get to 1 to go, then at that point, the race is over.
Yeah, it's technically 5 laps to go, but
okay.
So yeah, we're good. I think we're gonna go back green here, but if anything, it's gonna be about 2-lap shootouts, and then whatever flag comes out ends the race.
Correct. So yeah, 5 to go.
With the exception of the white flag lap, because there's no cautions on a white flag lap. And iRacing does not do green-white checkers, unfortunately, folks, so we can't present a gray, green-white checkered finish, since iRacing does not have that implemented. So meanwhile, right now, we're going to get the green flag with approximately 2 to 3 laps to go. And if caution comes out before the white flag, the race is over. And if we do take the white flag, it's all free for all. You wreck, you wreck. There will be no caution.
Nicholas Cohan looking for his 3rd win of the season, which would likely give him the point lead that Erickson has had his issues tonight here at the Iowa Speedway. So we will likely have a new point leader. And could he be the first guy to get 3 wins in the series, or will Brian Yazik get that win, or will he finish 2nd?
I don't know. The lights have not gone off just yet here, and Brian Yazik, I can tell he's probably tired of finishing 2nd place so many times to so many drivers, and he's had this race circled on his calendar. So we'll just have to see how this all unfolds. Hopefully Brian can get it done tonight. If not, it'll probably more than likely be a 2nd place finish.
The lights are going to have to go off this time. If not, this is over, and I don't see why they wouldn't go off this time.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
it would take somebody stopping on the track.
Right, and I did say earlier the Iowa cautions on the iRacing service are a little longer than what they really need to be, but that's just the way it's all set up. So lights have to go off this time by. If they still stay on, the race is over.
You might hear the whole state of Iowa go nuts if the pace car lights go off.
Lights off, and lights are off. We're going back green.
Never been so excited for lights to go on a pace car.
I just hope now the yellow don't get delayed for some reason, which that's a really rare case that happens in, but. So
let's set it up. Nick Cohan, your leader. Brian Yazik running in 2nd. Sam Maxwell, he is 3rd. Travis McQuiston in 4th. Milt Matisse, your top 5. Robert Barney, Troy Haight, Mark Myers, Tim Knott, Stephen Wetton, your top 10 as we're getting ready to go a 2-lap shootout, or, well, we call it green-white checkered.
Yeah, I mean, you technically can. The green will come out, then the next time by they'll take the white, and then the next time by they'll take the checkered. So technically it's a green-white checker.
Let's hope they get the 1 lap in, because if the caution comes out, it's over.
Yep. And
here we go.
They take the white flag. It's free for all.
Pace car is out. Cohan, Yazik, Maxwell, McQuiston, your top 4. Cohan's on it.
That might be the move of the race right there to try to clinch that victory lane.
Looked like he kind of slowed everybody up and took the jump.
Just a little bit. That's a pretty big gap between Yazik and Cohan.
Good run by Yazik off 2, though. Are they going to get back to the flag?
This is coming to the white flag lap right here, and once the white flag is out, no more cautions.
We will finish this race under green. White flag. Yazik, Cohan. Yazik going to drive it down into 1.
I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Brings it off turn 2. He's there. Not sure it's going to be enough. Yazek going to drive it to the bottom. It's going to be 2 tires, bringing him Nick Cohan his 3rd victory of the season in Iowa.
And everybody's in the wall off turn 4. But they still made it towards the start-finish line. I count 3 cars in the wall right away. Mil Matisse actually picked up 2 extra spots because of that. He will get a 4th place finish. Sam Maxwell will finish 3rd.
Great job and a great finish. And what has been a wild one here at the Iowa Speedway. Nick Cohan going to be the point leader. Started last, finishes 1st, and goes to victory lane. We'll talk to him next and the rest of your top 3 finishers as you're watching us on the Iowa Speedway and the Global Sim Racing channel. And back in the Iowa Speedway, where tonight Nick Cohan picks up win number 3 in, well, dramatic fashion, starting 27th, finishing first, 2 tires, getting him to victory lane, and now going to be the point leader going to next week at Gateway. As you look at the final results, Cohan, your winner. Brian Yazik, I know he's frustrated, finishing second yet again. Sam Maxwell getting third. Milt Matisse finishing fourth. Travis McQuiston finishing into 5th position. Robert Barney, Troy Haight, Tim Knott, Steven Retton, and Mark Myers going to finish 10th.
And outside the top 10 and finishing in the 11th position tonight, newcomer David Gainforth and the Mr. Bubbles machine will finish 11th tonight. Jonathan Holstein will finish 12th. Michael Krobach finishes 13th after hitting the wall tonight. Austin Missler in 14th. Lee Staples will finish 15th. Edward Bray in 16th. And these drivers that we're about to name off are a lap down or more, and that is Jackie Pelmore in the 17th position. Jeffrey Gilliam, who had a great run going on tonight, he will end up finishing in the 18th position tonight, unfortunately. Jordan Erickson had a great run going, will finish 19th, and rounding out the top 20 is Alan Young.
And looking at the rest of these guys, as all these drivers were out of the race, had issues tonight. Bryce Whitson finishing 21st. Curtis Aho finishing 22nd. 23rd, Chris Ginn. 24th, Aaron Kleinhans, that is. William Hale, 25th. Alec Marshall, 26th. 27th. And finishing last, Josh Tanner. As you see, Matzel and Bates not starting the race here this evening. We're still working on our post-race interviews. However, we do have one guy that, well, I guess we could call him maybe the Kevin Harvick of this series, which isn't a bad thing. But Tanner, I believe you got Mr. Yazik.
I do. I am catching up here with Brian Yazik. And Brian, man, you were so close to getting your first win of the season, but you cannot deny how well you ran tonight. Take us through your night.
It was, excuse me, it was a great night for the HPPsimulation.com Chevy Silverado. Boss man Mark was watching. He was watching with his dad, so give a shout out to them. Dad's not feeling great, so we're sending all the best out to them. But it was a great night. We took the lead early, and kind of showed everybody, showed everybody that we had something to bring to the party, and that we were going to be a factor. And then I don't know whatever happened between the 84 and the 00. Really, I don't know. I think the 84 got loose, hit the hit Bryce and the 00 there, and it just hit me. And I realized if I just kind of stopped it, it was going to sit in the middle of the track, and that's not a good situation. So I spun it down into the grass and just let it go from there. I got all the damage fixed. And it was just working my way back up there. I had a lot of fun racing with Krobach. He's a teammate, good buddy of mine. I trust him out there. So we were just kind of riding out, and then we had that last caution, or the second to last caution, or whatever it was, and hit pit road and took 4 tires, and I thought that was the winning move until I saw the 21 sneak out there with 2 tires, and turns out that was the winning move. Those kind of cautions there. If it had run green, I think I would have had him, but those cautions kind of saved it for him.
Yeah, definitely. And tonight we've seen a lot of drivers coming off the exits of corner, especially turn number 4, extremely loose. Is there a way you have to hit your lines there, or is it just kind of avoiding the bottom line? How are these drivers getting so loose off the exits of the corners?
They're just overdriving it. I mean, you can call it, you can try to fluff it, but the only time you really get loose is if you overdrive it, and this track punishes you for it. So you really gotta you kind of got to make sure that all 4 tires are pointing the same way when you gun it. Turn 4 is a little more forgiving, but if the rubber starts to build up right next to the wall, so if you come off the track a little higher than you were expecting, and you put that hot right rear tire in all those marbles, you might get a little loose. But really what it boils down to is you just kind of have to know your line and know what works. And Iowa's my hands down probably one of my favorite track on iRacing, and the trucks are really good for me here. So I've got a pretty good rhythm, pretty good line. It's just a matter of taking practice and finding it, and that's what goes to show. Finishing second tonight. So that's just kind of what it really boils down to, just line and rhythm and how you drive the place.
I'll tell you what, even though you still finished second place tonight, you can't take away the fact on how well you really ran here tonight. I know you were hoping for a win tonight at one of your favorite racetracks on the iRacing sim, but tonight it's just another second place finish. But this has to give you confidence entering our next race, which is going to be Gateway next week. How do you feel about your chances at Gateway?
Gateway's an all right track for me. It's kind of tricky, but I think we got something there. And then Kentucky and Lucas Oil and Pocono, a couple of tracks coming up. I got a good feeling about, but confidence and whatnot doesn't put wins in the win column, and it's good momentum. I don't know. I kind of don't know what to say, but kind of just looking forward to next week. Get another chance to drive this HPP simulation.com Silverado Gateway. If you're looking for a good pair of pedals, go out there and give HPP simulation.com a click.
Well, Brian, you're just there. You're just right on the edge on getting your first win of the season. I'm sure you're able to definitely get it, especially with the momentum you had tonight, and you can bring that momentum entering Gateway. Before we let you go tonight, is there anything that you would like to say that's on your mind?
Like I said, Mark, his dad's not feeling good, and Mark's flying out there to see him a lot, and we're just, Mikey and I both, we're hoping for the best for Mark's dad and sending up good thoughts and kind of whatever, whatever your views on all that is. But, just thankful to Mark for sponsoring the series, sponsoring our truck. I'm proud to represent his company and proud to represent this league. And, we had some great racing tonight. Just kind of get better, you know what I mean, as the season goes on. So, but thanks to iROC, GSRC, you guys putting the show on, turning our hobby into something else that's really cool. So, that's about it. Kind of out of words.
Well, Brian, congratulations at least on your second place finish. I know it's not a win, but we will see you next week at the Gateway track.
Sounds good.
Well, Chris, that was Brian Yazek, who finishes second tonight, started second, and I believe you caught up down in victory lane with Nick Cohan.
We have made it down here with Nick Cohan, who, he did it all tonight. He started last, finished first, took 2 tires, did all the strategies, and did what he had to do. Nick, congratulations, 3rd win of the season, and my friend, welcome to the point lead.
Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it. It was a fun race out there, with the multiple groups here. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I was looking forward to this, and it was a ton of fun out there.
There's not many people that I can say ran the bottom line flawless, and that's in iRacing in general. And tonight we saw you do it a couple of times, to go down there and use the bottom of turn 3 and 4, and it's like, what is this guy doing? And you're making passes. Explain that.
A couple years, it might have been last year or the year before, in another series where we had trucks. I seemed to use the bottom a lot, and it worked out well. And earlier in the run, we were using the bottom, and just it was real good. But then I was kind of overdriving it a little bit, and you could see it. I was just slowly falling off the leaders there. But and then I'm sure you noticed that last run there, I used the top lane because I just knew that it was, if I ran the bottom, it was going to be a little bit easier, I think, for them to get around me. And I knew Brian and Mike were real fast on the outside, so I figured I'd take their lane so they'd have to search around, because I was searching around the whole race until the end there, and I was watching them the whole time. And I seemed to not be able to hit that high line as good as them, but when I took the 2 tires, it helped a ton. I actually felt better on 2 tires than on 4, so I was so glad I saved my tires real good the previous run, and it paid off real well there.
Well, you're just a little past halfway in the regular season. Just completed race number 10. You got about 6 left, and now you lead with 3 wins. That's got to give you some confidence getting towards the chase.
Yeah, definitely. We've won 4 straight iROC series wins. Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup, and 2 trucks. And the momentum's strong now, but this isn't the time to have the momentum. So we got to just keep digging and just keep it going, because this momentum now doesn't really help anything until it's chase time. So hopefully when we get down towards the latter part of the season, we can knock off some wins like this again, because this is awesome.
Well, now you're getting ready for the Gateway Motorsports Park as you continue your little Midwest trek. We got to take a little trek to the east to the Illinois-Missouri state border and get ready for that interesting flat 1.25 mile track. So how you feel about that one?
Well, to be honest with you, I might have run one race there before, so that'll be a little challenging. I really don't know much about that track either. I haven't even watched it much on TV. It's just a weird track for me, and it doesn't really suit my driving style. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I can gamble on 2 tires and surprise Tanner again.
Well, it should be a fun race coming up here next Wednesday, as a matter of fact, at Gateway right down the road. But Nick, go ahead and send a shout out. Anybody you want to say thanks to or whatever?
Yeah, first got to thank Jason Swan, Steel Horse Racing, Dizzy Motorsports, K&N, CJ Automotive. Shout out to my friends Nick and Alec and my dad watching the race, and just HPP Simulations for sponsoring this. This is a great series to run, and of course iROC for putting this together. And thanks to you guys.
Absolutely, we thank you, Nick. 3rd win of the season, and Cohan, the 21, goes back to Victory Lane. Nick, appreciate your time. And Tanner, got a little special guest with him who unfortunately had a not so good of a run tonight, but he's ready to bounce back to Gateway. Who do you got, Tanner?
I have William Hale in number 62. He was one of the fastest cars on the track tonight. And William, you started 19th. You were running in the top 5 until you got involved into an incident. Take us through your night.
We chose just basically scratch qualifying there to start the night, and it started to pay off for us. Started the race, we went forward, and I screwed up down there in 3 and 4. I tried to diamond the corner too much, and just got loose coming off, and we spun out. Went back to 27th, and next couple of cautions came out, and we were up 5th place by the end of it. And I don't know. I guess somebody got excited ahead of us and spun it around.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate, those kinds of incidents do happen on a short track, especially like Iowa Speedway. Next week we're going to a different configuration, and that is Gateway. How do you feel about your chances there at Gateway?
I've never ran Gateway. I've never tested there. I've never raced there. I've never ran Gateway whatsoever. I heard it's a fun track. I've just never, really ran it. So it'll be a learning curve for me. I'm going to turn a lot of laps this week in the practices and everything, and try to see what happens.
Yeah, Gateway is one of the newest tracks on the iRacing service as of not late, but it's been around for about a year now on the iRacing service. So, well, not Chris. I'm thinking of Chris right now. But, William, thank you for coming to take the time to talk to us tonight. We're sorry that's a very unfortunate what happened on the track there tonight, but there's always a chance to go get them next week.
Yeah, man, we're going to try to get this Elite Custom Graphics Chevrolet Silverado up front and won a couple races this year.
All right, folks. Well, that's William Hale, who started 19th, got caught up into an incident off turn number 2 tonight. We'll finish 25th tonight here at Iowa. And Chris, we've seen an action-packed race here tonight at Iowa. What do you say we wrap this up?
Absolutely. I think it's a great idea. First, though, we do need to give the award for the M-Spec Hard Charger of the race, and plenty of nominees in this one. Sam Maxwell could be one. He started 4th, but, of course, he went spinning halfway in the race and had to come all the way back from 12th or so and got back to the 3rd position. But I think we both have agreed on a pick here. Guy started pretty much last. Cohan started last, but Tim Knott was back there, qualified last, and slowly worked his way past every car he could up to the 8th position. So I believe that is what Tanner and I are going to choose. Tim Knott is the winner of the M-Spec Hard Charger. What do you think, Tanner?
Yeah, definitely. Started in the 29th position tonight and gets a top 10 finish. I mean, you really can't take anything away from Tim Knott. He finishes 8th tonight, so I mean, I would definitely give him the Hard Charger Award.
Now, that's not to take away from Cohan, because yes, he did start last and finish first. However, he used tire strategy to jump up to the front where Knott worked his way up through the field, literally. So that's where I think he'll get the edge in that one. So congratulations to Tim Knott on winning the award. Final thoughts, Tanner, as we get ready for Gateway?
Wrap up Iowa here with some good old short track racing. A few cautions here tonight. Gateway, one of the newer tracks on the iRacing service. It's been around for actually about a year now, so recently new. Or nearly new, I shall say. And that's a track that I'm still learning myself, too. So it's down in the Missouri down area, and it's going to be some fun racing watching these guys turn some laps there down Gateway.
Absolutely going to be a fun race, and I can actually give some advice as somebody who just ran a league race there about 2 weeks ago. Get ready to shift and hit your marks way early and go light into the corner. There's the best advice I can give them right now. So we'll see them at Gateway again right there on the edge of the Illinois-Missouri state line. That's where they'll be next week. And Sam will be back with Tanner, and I do appreciate Joe and all you guys allow me to fill in for Sam, and hopefully he's ready to go next week. And also want to send a special thanks to the iRacing Online series and, of course, HPP Simulations, sponsors of the Truck Series. And also all the streaming equipment here, iRacing.com, Motorsport Simulations LLC, XSplit, Audio Technica Corporation, Abra Media USA. Also special thanks to our good friend Dougie Beard, who I believe is on his third year of corn. Not sure if that's official or not. Up there working the cameras. Eric Ekholm, you can check out his music as you see right there on our page, ericekholm.com, or Casey Lalonde, caseylalonde.bandcamp.com. So stay up to date with us at GSRC Online, globalsimracingchannel.com, or at GSR Channel, facebook.com/globalsimracingchannel. Until next time, race clean, race hard, and I'll see you on the track.